What up, Wichita? Welcome to the Wichita Dinner Table. Tonight is Wednesday, March 12th. We have a full house today. Everyone's back. No one's sick. We have Annette Lawless.
Yeah.
Welcome
Hey,
back.
what's up? Thank you.
We have DJ Carbon.
What is good, ICT?
Troy Truss with Live Local.
Yeah, what's up, Wichita? Oh man, it's not working
Your
today.
light's not working.
Oh, no.
Fail.
Got to reprogram the lasers.
Suspended. And last but not least, of course, our favorite, the Kansas Gastronomist.
Hey guys,
Hey, he's in a good mood today.
Hey,
Wow.
I'm so happy.
You sound like
cheeks
the
are
old man
already-
that sells ice cream on the side of the corner.
Creepy.
This week's weekly swag, it is Wichita Brewing Company. They just opened up their third location in Delano. Very nice rooftop bar, hangout spot. I expect it to be one of the busiest places this weekend for
Oh,
St. Patty's Day.
gosh.
I mean, that and
Oh,
Shamrock.
yeah.
We'll get into St. Patty's discussions later, but Wichita Brewing Company, they have three locations. One over at Central and Woodlawn. Should have taken notes here. Another one over at 13th and Tyler.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the third one over on Delano, next door to like Rubens, the Rage Room, that whole area, close to, was it Douglas and Seneca-ish? Something like
Yep.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Check them out. Really
Nice.
cool place. It's a very, very cool setup they have over there.
It's very
right.
difficult to listen to you and have this cat just.
I love
causing
the
chaos.
cat. I love the cat.
Is that like is this like foreshadowing into a stick in TKG's craw?
Ugh.
It could be.
The
Not
cat was
today.
just drawn to the
Not
positive
today.
attitude. That's what it was.
Yes.
That's right. Hey, I did
right.
see TKG took a picture from the new WBC downtown and said how horrible it was. It was a terrible view of downtown. Can you elaborate on that, TKG?
I was just per the usual. I was just being a smart ass, trying to get people riled up.
You're so charming.
and it usually works. So, people are like, oh, it's a beautiful view. You don't know what you're talking about. It's like, yeah, dude.
It's
Of
true.
course.
It was funny. I
Your very
enjoyed
first
it.
comment, though, what it say something along the lines of, "This is a joke, y'all."
Yeah, because I've learned that like even people that follow me religiously sometimes take me too seriously. But
Guilty.
my smartest followers. One time somebody said, "Don't believe anything that TKG says other than about the food. Like, don't take him seriously at all." Which I think is a good rule of thumb.
Yeah.
That needs to be a pinned post. That's a
That's
good pinned post.
100% correct.
Yeah.
If TKG says, you should check out this restaurant, I'll usually listen to him. Be like, yeah, I'll go check it out. But if he tells me, hey, I'll meet you there at 1:30, I'm like, is it really 1:30 or are we talking like 1:40?
Oh my
2
goodness.
o'clock.
Closer to
3
1:40.
o'clock, 4 o'clock, who knows? All right.
Guys.
What did everyone do this past week? Anybody check out Disney on Ice at Interest Bank Arena? Yeah?
Yeah.
How was
it's
that?
Fun. All I do is I look around the room and I'm like, this is a lot of money they took in from our community.
Oh, yeah.
Like all the glow. Like if you buy like a glow in the dark little wand, you're spending a good 30 to 40 something bucks easy on
35
everyone. And so
bucks.
any light
Wow.
up thing, I'm like, that's how much money that family dropped right there. But
Yeah.
it was fun to see the magic. So our little girls, we got them dressed up, total blast, and I hope everyone else had a good time too. So
Yeah, we
Fun.
went with my friends and we got suckered in. We purchased the lights,
yeah.
3 lights. So, I mean, between.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
$100.
Yeah, over $100 because the
Yeah.
lights are about 35 to 40.
Yeah.
And then I bought some food there. And then my buddy, he bought his son the snow cone.
$15, $16 right there. I know all the
$16
pricing.
in the
I'm telling
Olaf
ya.
cup. So then my daughter looks at me. He's like, "Daddy, can I get one?" And I'm like, "I don't want to be the asshole that says no because she has one. I just can't say no.
I'm like, nope, you're not going to eat more
I
than
don't
2
have that
bites.
in me, and I need to go to a class that teaches you how to say no. So I
Just
went ahead
have,
and
more,
bought it.
just have more kids. You'll learn how to say
No,
no.
I'm done. I'm one and done.
If I would have gone to Disney on Ice, it would have put me back like $3,000.
Probably. I bet you. Your kids wouldn't have stopped. So, oh
How much?
my gosh.
How much were the tickets?
only $30. So they get you in that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then,
Yeah.
but the tough part is when you're watching them watch the characters on ice and whatnot, they're like so mesmerized.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the
It's so
excitement,
cute.
the eyes light up. Like we sat on the side so she can get a preview of like what characters come out next. And when like Elsa and Anna come out, she's like, oh, Dad, I think Elsa and Anna are coming out next. And then Moana can't come out, and just so much excitement. And my buddy, his daughter is 2, and she's usually all over the place. But for 2 hours, she was glued, standing there frozen, smiling, jumping up and down. It's just what
awesome.
Disney's done is amazing. It's like I can't believe it.
Yeah. I will say though, even though it's pricey, I mean, it's cheaper than going to like Disney World and stuff, right? And for some people, this is their Disney World. So for this to come here, it's really nice to be able to watch all that come to life.
Literally, like
So,
how
beautiful.
those kids treat those characters is like
Yeah.
the Beatles back in the day.
Yeah.
And
But it's
the cast is apparently just sweethearts. They were all out and about after and went to a couple of the bars that and everyone said, man, they were just awesome.
That's cool.
That's kind of
cool.
cool. It'd be neat to
I
run
love
into to them at a bar or a restaurant.
I know. What a life they have. So
All right, TKG.
Yeah. I what did I do this weekend? I went to probably the coolest thing I did is I went to Roxy's downtown, the dinner theater, and got to see Once, the musical, and it was phenomenal. I actually saw that movie when it first came out. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it. It came out in 2006. And it's kind of an interesting story. The characters don't even have names. It's just boy and girl in the movie itself. And it does not have a Hollywood ending, which is pretty cool too. But the music is absolutely, I'm going to use the word beautiful because it really is beautiful. And yeah, I had a great time. I really did.
I've never heard of this movie. I'm looking it up
Seriously?
right now. Yeah.
Oh, so
I
it
don't
takes
think I have
place.
either. Yeah.
It takes place in Ireland, and the boy meets the girl, but the boy has just basically ended a long-term relationship with his girlfriend that has moved to New York, and his music is very. It's about that girl, and he meets this Czech girl in the movie who's also very musically inclined, and it's a musical. They're just making music, and his dream is to make a record, and so she's helping him to make a record, and they kind of fall for each other, and so like the main song is called Falling Slowly. They fall slowly for each other, but it's really worth checking out.
So, Falling Slowly won the Academy Award for Best Original Song.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah, it was nominated for Best Picture. I'm pretty sure in 2006 or 7.
And Steven Spielberg said, where'd it go? I just had it listed here. Said, the movie called Once gave me enough inspiration to last the rest of the year.
Oh, wow.
High praise.
Cool.
High praise.
Yeah.
I'm about to go check
Right.
that one out. Okay.
It's good. It was good.
Troy, did you get some food over the weekend?
Yeah, man, I went over to Krua Thai on Friday afternoon. It's my second visit over there, and will be many more. I'm kind of thinking of going through the menu because the 2 dishes that I've had there have just been outstanding, and I just want to keep talking about them because every time I go in there, there's not many people there, and I want them
we're
to
on
stick
21st
around.
Street,
Yeah, over on West 21st.
like near 21st and Tylerish.
Yeah, they're kind of tucked in behind like a auto shop place, but it's in like a little strip mall. But man, the food is
okay.
so good over
It
there.
is.
I haven't been over there yet. I know where you're talking about, though.
Worth
Okay.
it. But like Troy said, every time I go in for like lunch or dinner, like by myself, it's empty.
Yeah. So
Ah.
if you haven't been to Kurotai, you need to go check it out. I've had the yellow curry, which is
Yes.
really good, and I've had
Yes.
the drunken noodles, which were fantastic.
Oh,
So,
I love it.
yeah,
we went to
really good spot.
a wedding this weekend, and it was cross like the groom's family is Indian, and so we had this mashup of just amazing food and culture, celebration. I'm just like, serve me up all this great food. Oh my gosh, but I
man.
love curry and all. That sounds so good.
Was it in Wichita? The wedding?
Yes.
Okay.
The wedding here in town, and then we celebrated at Mark Arts, which is fun. I haven't done a wedding like the party and everything over at Mark Arts before, so that was really nice to see that come together. So it's beautiful.
It's a great space over there.
Yeah,
Weddings,
very cool.
weddings that like blend multiple different cultures together
Yeah,
sometimes have the best food lineup.
yeah, it was so good. So I'm fulfilled.
So I know we were busy, but no one is as busy as Carbon on the weekend.
I know, gosh, dude.
Well, this week was filled. I had so many lunches, I can't even list them all. We were at the Deep. We were talking NCAA. We were talking March Madness. We were talking St. Patty's Day. So many things. But I did miss, I know we were talking with Tanganyika last week. I did miss, Susie went to the groundbreaking. She got to pet a penguin. I did not. I was heartbroken. But I was over at Harley Davidson for their 8th annual birthday bash, which was a blast. But literally the highlight of my week, my good friend Mark, he's a DJ, goes by Marcus L. or Engine Trouble. He had the World Hungry Hippos tournament at his house. And it's the 3rd annual. That's not annual. It's happened 3 times in 15 years. So check this out. I just want to throw this out there because this was brilliant. So a lot of people, I only knew 3 other people that were invited. I met in passing, but I actually knew 3 people. But everyone gets a card, and on each card, it has 3 table numbers and then the 4 colors of the hippos. So you play with random people. You can't play at the same table twice in a row. And then you have to play on each table with each color hippo. So it's kind of forced interaction with people that you don't know. And it made for a absolute blast. Everyone brought some food, but we're all mingling, playing Hungry Hippos. It was hysterical and epic. I mean, a great way to icebreaker. And yeah, it was absolutely amazing. I did not know what to expect.
How did you fare?
So I think I came in first place. They say it was set. So here's the deal. We made it to the finals. I had the highest score in the initial rounds. I had a score of 65 total for all my rounds. But then we got to the final 4, and I won in the final 4. But then they made the top 2 people of the final 4 face off. I'm like, that's not regulation. You can't play 2 people in Hungry. You got to have 4. So they made me go back again, and then I lost in the head-to-head. So yeah,
And we're talking like total marbles taken, right?
Total marbles taken, yes.
It was regulation count for marbles.
Yep, standard count. There was one table that was the hippopotamuses were outfitted with unicorn horns, and I'm like, that's not regulation. I don't know where you got that thing, what black market you got the unicorn hippos, but yeah, but the finals were played on the standard regulation table for sure.
Yeah, my kid got one
Shoot.
recently that's like raptors, like the 4 raptors from Jurassic Park.
Okay.
So you play with those.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Do they have like little hands too, or just the raptor heads?
It's just raptor heads come out and get it. But you got Blue from, the new Jurassic Parks. And yeah, it's pretty fun.
Yeah, no, but it made for a great weekend. And then we wrapped up. We ended up going over to JJ Beards, and then we went over to Flipside, played pinball yesterday. Great times. It was a great week. Great week.
TKG, you got something?
Oh, I was just going to say, I think I would be very surprised if any of you guys traveled as much as I did over the weekend. And I was just thinking about this. I had breakfast in a town near the Colorado, Oklahoma, Kansas border on Saturday morning. Saturday lunch, I had lunch in Dodge City. Saturday night, I had dinner at Roxy's at once. And then Sunday at lunch, I was in Salina. So,
Jeez.
yeah,
Oh my
it was a
gosh.
weekend. It was a
Yeah.
weekend.
Wow. All over the place.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I walked 3 rounds around the concourse to Interest Bank Arena. I thought I did a lot of traveling. All right. Upcoming events. We're headed into a strong event season for Wichita. So March 12th, Carbon, you want to kick it off?
Yeah, so right after the dinner table, I'm kicking off my new residency over at the Candle Club every 2nd and 4th Wednesday, doing a little after dinner vibes. We're calling it early vibes. I'm in the boardroom, which is their smoking lounge. You can crazy. You still have a cigar inside some places. But yeah, so I'm over there from 6 to 9 on the second and fourth Wednesday of every month. And I've been up there for a little bit, but now we finalized the schedule and some of the programming behind it. But it's a really cool space, kind of a low-key vibe, but a lot of fun, and exactly where I want to be DJing. 6 to 9, get home early, low-key, enjoy dinner, hang out, have a drink, and then, so yeah, right from the dinner table, I'm shooting on over, and yeah, be there. And if anyone wants to swing by, let me know. It is a membership spot, but I have guests. I'm allowed to bring guests. So if at any point, holler at me, by all means. Would love to host you over there.
I heard they throw a mean buffet, like a chicken dinner or something like that.
Yeah.
You ever done that one yet?
I did ages ago. I have not since I've been back around, because I used to play there like 5-6 years ago. They had it. Yes, it was very good.
People keep messaging me about that. And I'm like, I need to check it out. But I'm glad you remember, because I'm not a member, so I need someone to get me in.
I got you.
Ah.
Got you.
We got her in.
And it starts tonight.
Tonight. Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Second and fourth Wednesday of every month.
Nice.
All right. March 13th to the 15th, Gridiron at Roxy's downtown. Annette.
Yeah, this is really cool. So if you like things like SNL, just like comedy nights, this is an event to go to. It's really cool. So these journalists from our community, we're talking your friends in radio, print, and also TV, they come together and they have this big night where they poke fun at the local headlines, the national headlines, our local leaders. And the cool part is they have guests that come on, special guests for those evenings for this show. So it's like a 2-hour show. We have, what is it? It's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And it's just the cool part about it is it's a show, but it's a fundraiser. So it goes to support future journalists. It funds a scholarship program and journalism, no matter your thoughts on journalism and your thoughts if it's biased or whatever, your favorites or not. I think it's so important for us to have journalism in our community, especially local journalism, because when there's big stuff that happens, tragedies, big weather events, your local journalists are the people that you really need to lean on, because they're going to be the people who find all the important information to keep you safe and informed. So this is an investment into the future. So very cool thing to have. I don't know who's going to be a part of this year's program, but in years past, they've had people like, I think last year, Lily Wu, Mayor Wu, was a part of the program as a special guest. I mean, everyone kind of pokes fun at themselves too. So it's fun.
It's an amazing event.
This is a long-standing tradition, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah,
I was going to ask how long it's been going on for, but I don't know.
I don't remember when it started, but all I know is that some of the best are a part of it, and I'm excited to be able to go and attend this year. So my first time.
Yeah, it's kind of like a roast of sorts, right?
Yeah,
like a self-aware roast. Like it's, yeah.
And there's a lot of talent. Like I have some friends who are on the performers, and they sing, they do a lot. It's quite a show. So
yeah,
it's kind of like the correspondence dinner, right? Like
those kind of vibes. Yes.
Yeah, I listened to a podcast last year. I think it was the Wichita Business Journals, and they had, I think, Ted Woodard with KNX. I think he's a big part of it, and
he is.
Yeah, I should go back and check that out, because I don't think people realize like how long this thing's been going on. It's been going on for maybe 20, 30 years. Don't quote me on any numbers, but
sure.
Well, I should know better. A lot of media involved in terms of like just making fun of the events going on, like you were mentioning. They poke fun at themselves. It's supposed to be very lighthearted. I need to check it out.
Yeah, and this is hosted. It's over at Roxy's. So TKG talking about going in and checking out some stuff there. It's a great venue if you've never gone to it. It's a nice intimate space, and I just feel like good food, good vibes. I think good all around.
Yeah, for sure.
Can I go on the record on something, Eddie?
You might as well.
Okay. I don't know that you can find somebody more supportive of journalism than me. And I think that there's some people that might not understand that, because I do poke fun at certain things in journalism, but I subscribe to more journalistic, more newspapers and magazines. I subscribe to Reuters, Washington Post, Wichita Eagle, Foreign Affairs. The list goes on and on. I love journalists. I really do. So there we go. That's all I have to say.
I'm glad that was on the record.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Saving that clip.
Upcoming events also taking place. March 14th, Sharks in the Dark at Exploration Place. This is an overnight adventure to experience the new exhibit, play games, and explore the museum after dark, earn prizes, and more. Then March 14th through the 16th at Century 2. It's the River City Tattoo and Lifestyle Expo. I think this is the second annual event for this one. And then March 14th, it's the Kids Network Night at Wichita Thunder. If you love the Thunder, if you love hockey, go check this out. A portion of the proceeds from this event will benefit kids, programs and services supporting families and individuals impacted by miscarriage, stillbirth, or infant loss. Century 2 is going to be a busy one because on the 15th and the 16th, it is Kansas Comic Con. I don't know if you guys have ever been to this one, but I think it's going to be a pretty cool event. I think Kane is going to be there this year. Does anyone know who Kane is?
Yes, WWE legend and
Governor or something like that.
Governor, mayor,
governor.
Oh, really?
Has held political office. Yes.
Hold on, let me look.
The Undertaker's younger brother.
Yeah, like pro wrestling. Yes.
Yes.
In 2018, he became the mayor of Knox County, Tennessee.
How could I possibly not know that?
Because you don't support journalism enough in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Another subscription right there.
Yeah, you need to subscribe to the Tennessee Times.
I hate pro wrestling.
Really?
Of course you do.
Oh my gosh. I loved it growing up. Never told you guys that? Yeah, like I would have pro wrestling parties. So like in middle school, this was the way to get close to the cute boys in school. But no, I loved it. I would dress up. My favorite character, I was a WCW person. So not as much WWE and all the other things, ECW or whatever. But so I was kind of like the soft core of the pro wrestling realm. I love Sting. New World Order was scary. There were lots of good things, I think, in it. It's just high class entertainment, you know?
I love it.
I love it too. I still watch it every now and then.
We do the pay-per-view parties and everything.
I remember as a kid, we used to have to travel, at my dad's business, where we had one coworker that would always get the pay-per-views, and we'd have to travel because he had the special, this was
the box.
He had the box in the 84, 85. Like, oh my God, I remember it vividly.
Cable box.
Yeah.
I remember they had a Monday night show in Wichita. Nitro? And I must have been junior high. Yeah, a Nitro show. Yep. And we came up, a friend of mine, and I can't believe my parents, like, they just let us go in and whatever. And it was in Park City at
the Coliseum.
At the Coliseum. Yeah. So good times. Anyway,
Troy, what are your thoughts on pro wrestling?
I've never been a big fan of it, but a couple of my boys like it, so I'll watch it with them occasionally. For me, it's comedy, right? It's hysterical.
So if I'm getting this right, you and I actually agree on something for the very first time.
You despise it. I don't think Troy has the level of hate.
Market.
I don't think that's the first time we've agreed, but yeah, this is another time. But yeah, I took one of my kids to Intrust when they were here for Monday Night SmackDown, I think a few years ago.
Raw.
No, Friday Night SmackDown, Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, it's Monday Night Raw. Yeah, and I watched Friday Night SmackDown with my 8-year-old this past Friday. So yeah,
there you go.
I've actually been to 2 WrestleManias.
What?
Oh, nice.
Both times in Texas. I went for X7. This is like when The Rock faced Stone Cold.
Oh, wow.
It was in Houston. And I went back when it was at the Cowboys Texas Stadium, the AT&T Stadium. This was maybe, I forget when it was, but yeah, I've been twice. I've always wanted to go see a Royal Rumble live.
That's cool. I do think it's kind of cool how The Rock and John Cena have like kind of come back to wrestling.
Yeah.
Recently.
John Cena turned heel.
He's a bad guy now.
Yeah, so I mean, just to have them like go off and do movie careers and then come back. Yeah, dude, it's fun, man.
So going back to Glenn Jacobs, aka Kane.
Sorry.
In 2022, he won his second term. So he is still, still the mayor of Knox County.
Nice.
So mayor and still doing appearances all over the country.
Remember Jesse the Body Ventura? He was the governor in Minnesota.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, that's a little different. I mean, mayor and governor.
I mean, there's the former WWE owner, Linda McMahon. Isn't she like the new head of the Department of Education or something like that?
I believe so.
Don't get me started.
This dinner table went a whole different
Off the rails.
direction.
Off the
I'm so
rails.
sorry.
Linda McMahon is the U.S. Secretary of Education. So
I'm not
just
a
saying,
McMahon
like,
fan.
and The Rock is like one of the highest paid actors in the biz nowadays.
Oh, I like The Rock.
Yeah.
I like The
surprised.
Rock. But
You
I
just
mean,
don't
I
like
know The
his
Rock
origin
now.
story.
Yeah, you don't like his you don't like where he came from, his roots.
I don't
Entertainment.
mind where he came from. I mean, I think he's done some amazing things, and he's very philanthropic too, which is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, I got a quick question because
Yes.
this conversation all started around the Comic Con. Are we
Yes.
going to get you two in there with costumes? I mean, this has been like 3 shows now. I've been waiting to see TKG and EB in costumes.
Was it
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con? Was it Comic-Con last year when the Hulk came?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, I cannot believe it's been a year.
It was the anime convention where we talked about going into costume when we had Ochibal Wolf on.
Yeah.
One of these days it'll happen. This weekend is a bad weekend because I already have plans, which leads
Okay,
us
just-
to the next topic. St. Patty's Day weekend, March 15th.
Let's go.
Yep, there's the 2 biggest events taking place. You have the Wagon O Masters Patty Day Party over in the NASCAR area. And then you head west, you have the Delano St. Patrick's Day Parade. So Douglas
big
is
one.
going to be slammed with people, good times, good vibes, good music, good food, lots of green beer. Carbon, you'll be out there?
Yep, starting at 9 a.m. over at NASCAR Park. 9 a.m. I'll get the soundtrack kicked off. So, yeah, we're ready to party.
It's
Nice.
going to be a great time.
I'm stoked. And I think that I believe there's even a pub crawl happening in Old Town, too, that day.
Yeah, I think it starts with
Really?
a dive.
Oh, man. That's going to be crazy day. Crazy day. But
There's a
no,
whole slew of events. I know like there's something going on at All Things Barbecue. There's like some puppy event where you can like adopt dogs, I believe. Don't quote me on that one either, but they have that going on.
and I know, what's the new industry?
Larney's is opening
they're
up.
They're targeting their opening. I think
Yep,
I haven't
for Saturday.
confirmed that, so I don't want to say that incorrectly, but I
That's
believe
the
so.
tentative opening date. So hopefully
Yeah.
they'll be ready. Larney's is the former Indigo and Industry Space off of Douglas. Just going to be so much going on. And
I love
cool.
it. I'm just give us that good weather, please. Please give us that good
I
weather.
know.
it's supposed to be, I think,
If only
have a
we had
nice
someone
piece this
experienced
week.
with weather on this podcast that could tell us about a weather
The-
forecast.
the coldest day. Here's the crappy part. The coldest day this week, according to the weather app, is supposed to be Saturday. A high of 63 is what I'm seeing right now.
I'll take
Hopefully
some
that
Really?
changes. Yeah. Every
That
day is
sucks.
like, it's been in the 70s most of the week. It was 80 on Monday. And then, of course, it drops down to low 60s.
It's a ways off yet. But it's as long as it's not too windy, that's the main thing. I'm
Yeah.
like, if it's 60s and just comfortable and we're outside, this is the time of year where, hey, if you're outside in the sun, 60 feels great. If you're in the shade, it might feel a little cooler. But if you're outside, you're in a good spot.
I'm keeping my expectations low. Hopefully, Mother Nature, hits it.
Take care of us.
If you're sober enough, if you are still looking for a good time on the evening of March 15th, then you can head back over to Century 2 because it is Keith Sweat. I know we talked about him coming a while back. It got postponed. So Keith Sweat is coming March 15th. Do you guys remember your favorite Keith Sweat song?
Twisted all day, all day.
Oh yeah, Twisted. Yeah, I like that one.
Nobody is also a banger, but Twisted.
You don't like Nobody?
I like Nobody, but Twisted is the number one. I Want Her is probably my favorite up-tempo bop, though. I want that.
TKG is just like, what the hell did I sign up for today? We're talking about Keith Sweat and wrestling.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know if I know a Keith Sweat song. Is that horrible? I'm
If
trying to
you-
think of.
After the show, go
I
Google
will. I
Keith
know what
Sweat.
I'm going to be like. Oh, yeah. Okay.
If you heard one, you'd probably.
He's
I don't know
got
what
some
But
incredible
that's
slow
how it
jams.
was.
Incredible
Okay.
slow jams. But he had a few up-tempo bops, too.
I just
Cool.
remember Carbon being obsessed with him. Going on and on.
All right. There's a lot of NCAA events coming up the following week.
Oh yeah.
Barbara, you want to go through a couple of them real quick?
I mean, there's so much, but yeah, at the end of this week, so Selection Sunday, the Shot Clock, which is over at Rail House Event Venue, they're going to be doing something on Selection Sunday to kind of give you a preview of the space that's going to be active all through. So I'm going to definitely be over there on Selection Sunday. But after Selection Sunday, man, it's game on. I'm waiting for a few things to fall into place, but you've got White Crow and Walnut River. They're doing something right in front of the Rail House venue. I'll be out there all day. Rail House is going inside. They're going until 2 a.m. every night. Solly and Jude's, the parking lot's going to be active. Wichita Brewing Company's got a whole corner. Brick and Mortar with Exclusive has a whole bunch of entertainment. They got VIP passes to cover all access all day. My buddy Ashton Martin's coming down from Kansas City. He's going to be DJing over there. I'm going to join him for a bit, but I'm not over there. You got Union Station going on. But that's next week. That we'll have a full rundown at the dinner table for next week. But, you won't see us till next Wednesday. So I want to let you know, Selection Sunday, that's happening this Sunday, Shot Clock. And then Wednesday, so if you're not at the dinner table, if you come late to the dinner table, I'll understand, because you will have been at Intrust Bank Arena for the practices. They have open practices on Wednesday.
Free to the public.
Free to the public. So
that's really cool.
And Wichita set the record for the most attended open practices ever when we hosted last time.
Yeah.
And it's
So-
spring break,
2019, right?
Spring break that next week. So
Yeah,
if you
that's
are
perfect.
needing something to do with your kids, take them to IBA. You can see some of the big future potential NBA names there playing, practicing, shooting around. You might be able to even meet them. It's a strong chance like Houston will be here. So check that one out. That should be a good one.
Fun.
Yeah. Wednesday would be a great time to be out and about. So
Are there going to be any Kansas teams?
we find out on Selection Sunday.
Find out Sunday.
But odds are not good.
Yeah,
Very
odds
good.
aren't good.
That's what I
Yeah.
was thinking.
Like,
That
which-
sucks.
Wichita State, for example, will have to win out the AAC tournament to make it, which is doable. The first game is Thursday. So if they can win Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Shocks are in, baby. KU is
There you
likely
go.
in.
But they
Yeah,
probably
buddy.
would not play here
Correct.
if they do,
Yeah.
because that would be too much of a home field advantage kind of thing.
Which is
Yeah.
unfortunate because I spoke to a lot of bar owners around town, some who
I
aren't
would
KU
love it.
fans, and they said, Eddie, the one year we root for KU, because if KU did very well, if they were like a top 10 team, they would have played in Wichita.
Preferential
He's
season.
like,
Yeah.
the year we root for them, they let us down of all years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feelings aside
I
about
mean,
KU.
People would be packing those bars
Yeah.
like crazy. You want to be a part of that magic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
They-
Power City
They
Lawrence
have
come down to
shat the
Wichita.
bed.
yeah.
Let us down,
does
Jayhawks. You let the city of Wichita down. All right. Things in the community. Sedgwick County Zoo just unveiled creature campouts on select Friday and Saturday nights starting at 5:30 p.m. You can bring your tents, sleeping bags, and camp out at the zoo. It's an overnight deal that includes a guided tour, animal encounters, activities, and more. Current dates that have been announced so far are March 14th, this weekend, June 13th, August 8th, and September 27th.
Okay.
All right. Grab a seat. Brace yourself. There's a lot that opened in Wichita for the dining scene. First, you have Apollo Fermentations at 150 North Cleveland. This is a kombucha brewery and tap room. Very cool space. TKG and I stopped by. Was it last week or something like that?
Yep.
Probably the best booch in town. I think that's what the cool people say.
Choo choo.
Is that what
yeah.
it's called?
Yeah,
They,
booch.
they've been around for a while, right?
They've been
This is
around.
just
They
Let me
used to
have
have a
some
tap room out in
booch.
South Wichita, and they just moved it to downtown. On the
Okay.
weekends, Thursdays, I believe, as well, you have Mamacitas and Big B's Beef serving there. Over at 4041 North Mays Road, Ibarra's Mexican Food just opened up last Friday. They are fast casual, similar to like a Renee's or Alejandro's.
Ooh, yeah.
It's in the former Mr. Miyagi space. I actually like Ibarra's maybe a little more. I read that the owner of Ibarra's used to work at Renee's for like 20 years or something like that.
Oh wow.
And
I
then
love Renee's, man.
ICT Chicken just opened at 4857 East Harry Street. This is over at Harry and Oliver in the former Pho King ICT spot. They do wings, chicken sandwiches, chicken tenders, very Asian-centric, like Korean fried wings. I liked it. I think I said online, I am a little hesitant because that place had a lot of turnover. And just with the saturation of chicken restaurants, who knows what will happen. Also recently opened Lewis Fried Rice at 1710 Southwest Street. This is just south of Kellogg. They do a lot of rice dishes, rice soups like chow, fried rice. Very good. I stopped by as well. It's probably one of my favorite openings in recent memory.
I read that review, Eddie. Yeah, I could tell you really liked it.
Oh, yeah.
High praise.
Loved it. Then there's Moroccan Cafe at 301 North Main Street. This is in the Epic Center building. It's like a little cafe spot they have on the ground floor. They used to do a buffet, but now it's a limited Middle Eastern cuisine menu, I would say. And then Monday, I know we checked this out. This was Super East Buffet. Just opened up at 7607 East Douglas over in the Town East parking lot area. It used to be a buffet place as well. Now it's returned to its roots, and it's once again a Super East Buffet. And
Is
then,
this the restaurant that is? It's also owned by the owners of
Sweet Spot and
Sweet
K-Pot.
Spot.
Yep,
Yeah.
Sweet Spot, K-Pot. So pretty much their families pretty much taking over the whole dining scene in that Town East parking lot.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Stop me up.
And then the last question I have to ask you all is, when is the last time you've been to either Red Robin or On the Border?
I went to On the Border 4 or 5 months ago, and it was terrible.
I'd say 6 months Red Robin. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Levi's my son's a fan.
I would say
unlimited fries. He's in.
Yeah.
I went to Red Robin 5 years ago, and then
Same.
On the Border it would be I don't know, 20, 30 years.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
When did the new Red Robin open up on the west side?
I want to say maybe about
3 years ago?
3 or 4. Yeah.
Maybe a little longer than that.
Since it's been over there, I've been there twice. Once with you, Eddie, and then once with...
it was 2022 when they first opened. Did you know the very first time Troy and I ever met for lunch was at that West Side Red Robin? Mm-hmm. And that's the last time I've been. So, On the Border recently filed for bankruptcy, and Red Robin announced they're closing like 70 locations around the country. No news whether Wichita locations will be affected, but those are two relatively big names, I would say.
Sure.
Even though I haven't been to either one of them in a while.
Well, and Red Robin had like the favorite burger at the burger eat-off thing last year.
Oh, yeah.
Ketch puts on.
Burger Battle.
Burger Battle with Fetch?
Yeah. Yeah.
TKG, have either of those establishments made it onto your chain restaurants locally owned list by chance? Do you know off the top of your head?
I haven't started the list, so it's definitely not on there.
I saw a post. You did make a post inquiring, right? I wasn't sure if maybe someone had let you know about those. So
I promised the world that I was going to do something, and I'm contemplating just not.
Abandon ship.
I've
let us
made
down
so
like the
many
Jayhawks.
promises
Good idea.
that I've regretted in my blog life and continued through, that I've gotten to the point where I'm just like, never mind.
Yeah, we'll just pull the drain plug, let it go swirly.
KG's like, Carbon, stop talking about it.
We're bringing this back up.
Can we stop bringing it up? We talked about it last week too.
I'll bring it up next week. All right. Next up, we have Trussell Truth, sponsored by Trussell Media.
All right. Do we have any faithful sports fans out there?
Love it. Love it.
Anyone? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Sure. Yeah. Well, there's a place in Wichita called Faithful Fan Sports, and they contacted me. They have raffles, like I think they have them like once a month. So they had one at the beginning of this month, and so they're actually having 2 this month. They're giving away 3 mini football helmets, signed personally. One's by Tony Gonzalez. So if any of you Chiefs fans out there want a little mini signed Chiefs helmet by Tony Gonzalez. Then there's one by Emmitt Smith for you Cowboys fans, Eddie.
Oh, yeah.
Might want to put in for that one. And then LaDainian Tomlinson, he used to play with the Chargers. And these are all Beckett, or that one's Beckett certified. The Tony Gonzalez one's a Beckett certified, and the Emmitt Smith one's PSA certified. What that means is they've just been certified by these graded companies to where that's like a legit signature and everything. Mm-hmm. So they're giving them away on Saturday, March 29th. They're going to have a raffle. So you can reserve your spots for $10 each and receive a free entry for every 4 spots reserved. So if you buy 4, you get extra ones. So you get 5 spots. You can either go by the store or you can call Rob or Rich, and I'll throw their numbers up on the screen here for a minute. And you can give them a call and try to win the prize. And the prize goes to charity.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Unlimited number of tickets? Or is there a cap they got on each one? I'm just curious.
Don't tempt me with a good time. I will buy the crap out of some tickets.
Let me see. It doesn't say one way or the other. So you can like, follow, and share their Facebook page for additional chances to win great prizes. So go check them out. It's Faithful Fans Sports. They're on Facebook, and that's where they're going to do the live video and drawing on March 29th at 7 p.m. So,
cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Up next, we have a stick in TKG's craw.
Well, Eddie, you want to know what time it is? It's time to know what's in my craw. This is something that's been bothering me for years. It's something I've talked about with other people, won't name them, and it's frankly mostly something that people like me are guilty of. Influencers filming themselves doing good deeds. Now, I know this is a slippery slope. I know there are arguments for doing it as well. For example, there might be positive exposure to some sort of valid cause. But I remember the first time I really thought about it and determined it was gross. It was when an influencer in the Midwest, I will not name him, filmed himself giving a very generous tip to a server. And to be honest, I don't even think that money was his. And he made a big to-do about it. Question: whatever happened to being humble and doing good without need for recognition? Maybe I'm wrong, but this crap really gets in my craw. Back to you, Eddie.
Interesting conversation piece, TKG.
I like it.
Yeah. I think it's a tough battle because I agree with you in some aspects, and sometimes I'm like, doing that good deed online is something, it's like a feel-good piece for social media. I think if someone's heart's in the right place, which is, it's hard to gauge where the heart's at when it's online. But I like to see positive stuff online more than the negative stuff.
Amen.
Which is the tough battle, because I could go, donate a ton of food to people wherever, and is my heart in the right place? Yes. And if I film it and I put it online to share the story, does it come off as disingenuous? That's a tough battle. That's tough to decide.
Yeah, so I'm guilty of this. We went and we decided to do some giveaway tacos to the homeless one time, and we filmed it all. We had a great time doing it, and just after the whole experience, I struggled with even posting it because I was like, we had such a great time. We got to meet some of the people out there. We fed them. The person that donated the tacos didn't even want to pay for them, but I made him take the money because I got 2 sponsors for the video to do it. And I ended up posting it anyway. But it got like 0 views, got like 10 views or something, which I was fine with after that because it just felt dirty, I guess, like on my end. For, I guess my heart wasn't in the right spot, like going into it. But as we did it, like it just felt so good about doing it. But yeah, filming it and doing all that was just weird. It just felt dirty to me. So we haven't done one since. I think that was like 4 years ago. But yeah, I feel you. And I think I know what video you're talking about, TKG. I remember seeing it going, really? But Yeah, I think there is a tightrope there that you got to walk. If you're
I've done some work with some restaurants around town where they donated like a ton of food to like say nurses for Nurse Week, and I mean I didn't film anybody delivering or dropping off the food, but I still want to give them the shout outs. It's tough.
Yeah, but like in that instance, Eddie, I think it's it's a group, like a restaurant doing it for another group of people. It's not an influencer doing it for their views. It's what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's a difference there.
I think there's something to be said for the spread of positive energy and influencing someone. If I see something that might uplift my day, I might be thinking about paying it forward to the next person just because that made my day. If there's a chance that might help someone make a decision that is beneficial to somebody else, then all the better. I get it. It is a slippery slope when you're like, is this a view grab? But in general, I like seeing the positivity on my feed. I like being uplifted, and I like to share that, and that makes me puts me in a place where I want to do more of that. So I get the slippery slope, but in the end, I would err on. I enjoy consuming that content, so I'm here for it.
I don't mind. Like I am obviously a person who's guilty of doing this kind of thing, not always for recognition, but like. I had volunteered for Meals on Wheels for a number of years. And so occasionally I put a post up sharing the experience. I might share a selfie with the meal because we really can't share the clients, or I might share my son delivering whatever. I know those posts will do well, but it's also how you phrase it, how you market it. Like, for me, I'd like to share it because it helps raise awareness for the organization. They need volunteers and all those things. But I know that some people read it different. And people will call me out on it. Not often, but some people will be like, oh, you're just doing this because you want to, the pat on your back. And I'm like, well, I mean, I know I'm doing good, so I don't need that. But I mean, does it feel good to get it? Sure. But it's just all about your approach to it. So hopefully it's not for the likes and all that stuff. But, I think it's good. Yeah. I think it's good to encourage people as long as your intent is in the right place. So. Whatever.
I would distinguish at least your examples from what I'm complaining about.
For sure.
Content.
Yeah, there's a difference between saying, "Hey, this is a really cool organization that I got to volunteer with today," versus, "Hey, check out what I did for somebody else."
Yeah.
And I think that's the way I distinguish it. I've brought this up before, but I think this is a good piece of advice that I have kept most of my adult life. In the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I think some of you have read it.
Yep.
He talks about how you should brag about other people, but not yourself. And if you're worth bragging about, other people will brag about you.
Amen.
Totally agree there. Yep. And at the same time, though, I will say it's okay to celebrate your wins every now and then. It's like if someone doesn't see your wins, like if Carbon went to an event and there was like 10,000 people there cheering it and having a good time, sometimes it's okay to be like, I just hosted an event, 10,000 people came, had a great time. It was great, and I'm all for it. But yeah, if you're getting paid to do something, it's different. We can have a whole podcast about this whole discussion. Actually.
I know.
Might be worthwhile to bring the podcast back and talk about it.
Doorbell hasn't rang, and we're 45 minutes plus in. Wow, man, we're cooking.
All right, here we go. Online shout-outs. We'll knock this out. Shout out to Kelly Wilson. You guys may know her from Kelly's Family Diner. She just celebrated their 30th wedding anniversary with her husband. Nice. So, applaud to her. Ara Kilgore wants to shout out this little lady. You'll see the picture on screen, who celebrated her 11th birthday yesterday on the 11th. Next up, Cody Barnett wants to shout out Bodyworks Physical Therapy and Concussion Center, who celebrated 14 years in the biz. Congrats to them. Lindy Wolf Bernard wants to shout out Hobbytown. It's a great little hobby shop located in Eastgate Plaza at Rock and Kellogg. I don't know if you've ever been there. They do like board games, model cars. They have everything, all sorts of like activities for families, STEM stuff. you name it. Then lastly, Jennifer Cummings wants to give a happy retirement to pharmacist, I'm going to butcher this name, George Sagnine, Sagnene. Sorry, George. Over at Barney's Deep Discount. The pharmacy recently announced they're closing at the end of the month after 30 years, but the mom and pop store will stay open. But the pharmacy is going bye-bye. So happy retirement, George. It's sounds like I've never been. I might stop by this mom and pop store, check out some time.
You've never been to Barney's?
I've never been to Barney's.
Oh, it's a cute little convenience shop. So
where's it at? Is that the one on 13th and Woodlawn, or am I thinking something else?
Yeah, it's over. It's on the west side. So
West side town,
yeah.
or the what?
I thought that was the one that's over there off of like Central, right by where Zoo meets.
Like
Isn't
Central
that
and Zoo? Yeah,
like by venue 3130, right there? Yep.
Yeah.
It is at 3108 West Central. Oh, this is right down the street from like Cowboy and Saloon, and there's Gerard's.
My sister will go. They have a good little if you love little tiny bags of chips, she would go and get these like bags of chips because they have such a big variety for her kids' sack lunch for years. So lots of little snacks and stuff.
I looked it up. I drive down this building quite often, going from the west side to downtown area, right off Central. Okay,
north side of the road.
I'll go check it out.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. What's good in Wichita? I'll start. I want to give a shout out to Garland Schlenker. He is the owner of Garjo's Crawfish. This is a gentleman whose last career was in construction, decided to drop it, learn the crawfish game, and he's nailed it. A lot of the crawfish events you see in town, a lot of the boils, a lot of charities. He drives down to Louisiana every week, brings back crawfish, everything for restaurants that need it, along with Garjo's Crawfish, which serves usually on Saturdays over at Froggy's Liquor. Good dude, does great work. He has a huge fan base, and I hope it just gets even bigger.
Yes, and it is fantastic Louisiana style crawfish.
I need to try. I'm yet to.
It's
I'm
so good.
I'm so.
It's being from Louisiana. I can give him a 2 thumbs up.
Years ago, he did a crawfish event at his house, something like that, and out in Rose Hill. I forgot where it was. But it was packed, and it was all-you-can-eat crawfish. One of the best food events I've been to.
Yeah, me too. Since I've moved up here, that was amazing.
All right, TKG.
I want to give a shout out to Gail. I don't know her last name, but Gail over at Old Mill Tasty Shop. She has been she's a legend. Everybody knows her. I only got to know her this past week when I went to Old Mill, but she was my server, and she's so upbeat. She's been there for 42 of the 43 years that her best friend Mary has owned Old Mill Tasty Shop. And just a little TKG truth, Old Mill Tasty Shop was started in 1932. So in 7 years, if it's still standing, and I'm sure it will be, they'll have been there for 100 years.
Amazing.
Wow. That's
Same
so
building.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. They have a great muffaletta too. Yeah.
They have a peanut butter, honey, and banana sandwich. I mean, come on. Where are you getting that?
They're green chili verde. Oh, man. I need to go this week.
I need to get back over there.
I'm going to go to Old Mill and Barney's discount this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, buddy. That's a good
salad
week.
too. Chicken salad. Oh, yeah.
Troy.
By the pound.
Yeah. So shout out to Amber. She is the owner of the Cinnamon Roll Kitchen that I've been talking about before. But this past week, man, her husband was scammed on the phone, and it was really tough for them. He got scammed out of like $3,000, but it was one of those calls where it caught him in the middle of something, and like he pulled over, and they said that they were coming to arrest him, and just like really scared the crap out of him. It's like one of those calls you get. They said they were cops or something like that. I don't know. I just want to shout out to her, tell her we're thinking about her, but also to all like her followers and everything have just rallied around her to lift her up through this time, because it kind of put a damper, losing $3,000 like that to something that you thought you were paying to to get rid of debt or whatever it was, that, basically was a scam. That hurts. And I myself have been scammed. It's been like 20 years, but I got scammed out of $1,200, and it just sucks, man. It hurts. And so, just let her know we're rallying around you too. And, you will get through this, and just, we're thinking about you. So, and to all those out there, like the IRS and those people will never call you and ask you for money. So if you get a call like that, just hang up. That's all I got.
And same goes for online. If someone's going online messaging you or saying you won some prize, and you click the link and it's asking for your credit card information or your social, please, 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 please do not fill that out.
Yeah.
All right, Carbon.
Yeah, I've been getting blitzed with those and toll texts. I've got unpaid tolls. I've been getting blitzed with those. They're all BS. They're all BS.
Yeah.
I've been getting a lot of those lately.
I've gotten those too. Yeah.
I get text messages from TKGs like, let's go grab lunch. And I show up, he's not even there.
Those are all fake.
Text.
Those are all
Scam
scams.
text.
Our entire thread is a scam.
Yeah. All right, Carbon.
So it's that time of year. Again, we're doing all the NCAA stuff, but one of the other things that's kicking off is the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. It's Man Woman of the Year, but now I think it's just, is it Visionary? They've changed the title. I forget what it is now. Visionary of the Year. So I just want to give a huge salute to those people that dedicate their time and energy to run a campaign to raise funds for Leukemia Lymphoma Society. I've been asked year over year, and I never do it because that's just too much, and I'm too busy, and I got too much going on. I always donate my services to a number of people running their campaigns. I'm always a part of Wine About Cancer, which is an incredible event each and every year. But those people that put together those campaigns to raise these funds, put together incredible events. I just want to say on the front end, salute to you for doing the good work and raising awareness and raising money. It's a great time of year where there's all kinds of activities that they are getting involved in, and support you fully. Best of luck to all of you. I'm sure I'll see you at a handful of those events, and enjoy the journey.
All right.
That's wonderful.
Sorry.
They raise a lot of money for them. Like I was asked to be, I was nominated as a visionary for this year, and I was like, I don't know. I'm like, there's no way. I mean, like, I hope that one day I can be one of those people. I was just like, this year just isn't really the best year for me, because I think I could probably do more next year or something, or another time. But I mean, they raise like $35,000, like a minimum per visionary. It's a lot of money.
It's amazing. So, yeah, no, my wife, she's a part of the Wine About Cancer team, and she's like, she always by default asks me because they always get asked for nominees. And they're like,
you'd be so good.
Just checking, you're not in this year? I'm like, no, I'm not in this year. Not in this year.
Oh, you'd be so good.
I get the phone call once a year around like January, February, whenever, and like, hey, Eddie, so your name came up. I'm like, I just can't. It's just, I mean,
it is like commitment.
Yes,
it's
like a friends that have done it, and it's like a second job.
It stresses me out. Like, I met up with them, we talked about it, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, I'm like, I don't know. I mean, like, you really got to plan to be a part of this.
Yeah,
so
yeah, you got to take that chunk of time off and be like, let me lock in on this. Yeah.
See, I wouldn't get asked because, the TKG blog, it would just tarnish the image. Well,
because you would talk about all the good things you're doing. And,
Hypocrite!
Look at me raising money, everybody. Look at me.
I'm
so good
now.
No, but you're right. The people who do that, I mean, oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. Good luck.
Absolutely.
So good luck. Yeah. For me, the people who are shining bright this past week, I would say when we went to Disney on Ice, it was really magical, but I really commend like the staff who are there, who I don't know if it's like a stressful day when you have all these families coming in and, they're putting all this money down or whatever. And you're just like, oh, I just want them all to be happy. Or if you're like, yay, look at all these little princesses. How cute are they? But it was so good. And we're so appreciative, our family, of everyone who made the experience great for us and the other families around us. I will say, I want to find this one dad. I'm so mad. My husband's like, did you see the dad that dressed up as like this Moana character? Maui?
Yeah,
is it? We've never seen, but he had a full out costume at this thing. And I caught a glimpse of him as we're like driving away, because I would have stopped him and like, let's take a picture. So the Moana dad out there on social media land. I want to see you. Send me a message. I want to see a picture of you and everything. We'll share it here on the dinner table. He went all out. I mean, kids dressing up is one thing. A little boy in an Avengers costume was so cute too. But the dad, like that is next level parenting right
Was
there.
it the
So good.
bodysuit that was like?
Yeah.
I saw him walking around. I'm like, I should have taken a picture,
So
but
good. I know. Like, oh my gosh. But
Somebody
that parent was bringing such joy to I hope such joy to their child's life. Maybe they weren't.
such joy or
Stay
embarrassment.
20 feet away from me, please.
I brought joy into my life. So even just in the moment I saw, but I was like, dang, that is next level. So good.
All right.
Kudos to everyone.
Well, that wraps it up, everyone. Annette, TKG, Carbon, Troy, thanks for hopping on as usual. And to everyone at home, appreciate you watching. You've all been excused from the dinner table.
Bye.